carried debt for 25 years. For most of that stretch, the problem was not that I couldn't earn. I earned fine. I've been working since I was 14. The problem was that I could not leave a dollar alone. Money sitting in an account never felt safe. It felt wasted, idle, like an unfinished task with my name on it. So I finished it, every time. That is not a budgeting problem. That is an identity. Everybody runs an internal script about money, whether or not they've said it out loud. Mine, said plainly, was this: I can't let it sit. I needed to spend it, pay off debt, or invest it. Notice what that isn't. It isn't, I'll never have money. It isn't fear of going without. It's the opposite. A dollar sitting still felt like waste, underutilized, money that should be out working. So a bonus got deployed, a tax refund got deployed, a raise got absorbed into a payment before the second check at the new number landed, and part of me knew the truth underneath it. If the money stayed within reach, I'd mishandle it. Deploying it felt safer than trusting myself around it. And here's what made it hard to see. Two of those three moves are ones personal finance people applaud. Pay off debt, invest. I was doing the approved behaviors. What I never did was the boring one. Let money stay, which meant I never built a buffer. Every unplanned thing had to go on credit. Then the new debt gave the script something fresh to attack, and the loop had fuel. I wasn't bad at money. I was extremely consistent at being the person my script described. Here's what most personal finance content gets wrong. It treats behavior as the problem, so it hands you more behavior. Another app, another spreadsheet, another 30-day challenge. Those work for a few weeks, then life happens, the rule breaks, and you decide you're undisciplined. You're not. Your identity won. There's a loop under every habit you have. Beliefs shape thoughts. Thoughts shape actions. Actions produce outcomes. Outcomes reinforce the beliefs that started it. You can stack tactics on that loop forever. It will absorb all of them. If your script says, I'm bad with money, your brain will organize your behavior to confirm it, even when you know exactly what to do, especially then. Identity always wins. Change it at the input, not the action. Here are the receipts because the sequence matters more than the dates. Fresh out of school, I started my first real career job. About 6 months in, I bought my first house. My parents helped with the down payment. I want that said plainly because I didn't do it alone. That house took half my income. Half. And I didn't flinch because a payment felt like a dollar working. A couple of months after the house, I got engaged. Then, about 7 months after buying that house, I got laid off, with the wedding roughly 8 months out. I was out of work 8 or 9 months. The same month we got married, a job offer finally came, and I started the job I still have today. About a year after that, we bought another house, and that payment took nearly my entire check. I had just lived the better part of a year with no income, and I still took the bigger payment because the script hadn't changed. Downstream of that, a short sale, a foreclosure, years of rebuilding. No single decision did that. A script did it, one approved-looking decision at a time. I tried to outrun it 3 times. The first was a multi-level marketing company in the early 2000s. Somebody showed me a model that was working for them, and I climbed onto a trail already cut. I started strong, burned with someone else's energy, and fizzled with less in my pocket than when I started. The second was day trading, nearly 2 decades later. I committed to it every day for a year and lasted 5 months. Not because the knowledge wasn't there, because the identity it required, aggressive and glued to a screen, wasn't me. The third was the financial independence community, a year or so after the trading experiment ended, and that one was the right path. I just showed up as the wrong person. I immediately started building a course, zero to hero. What I didn't have was an honest answer to why. I burned out on the course, not the community, then went back, slower, willing to learn instead of perform. What finally held started with one honest question. What kind of investor am I actually? Patient, rules-based, consistent over exciting, willing to trade upside for peace of mind. Once I stopped fighting that, covered calls made sense. 1 hour a week, simple rules, no roller coaster. Not because they're superior, because they match who I am. Here's what you can do tonight. 20 minutes, a pen, honesty. 1. Write the financial script you're actually running, not the polished version, the sentence that fires when an unexpected bill lands, or when you check your balance on a Tuesday. 2. Write who you'd have to be for the life you want. I won't hand you mine because mine won't fit you. You've heard the shapes people use. I'm someone who builds wealth deliberately. I'm patient right now, not someday. Those are examples, not prescriptions. Yours should sound like you. 3. Pick one action this week that proves the new one. 1. Small enough that you'll actually do it. Reviewing your account Sunday morning, having the money conversation you've been postponing, letting a deposit sit untouched for 30 days on purpose. Then repeat it next week and the one after. You're not building a habit, you're building evidence. Evidence is the only thing that ever changed the script. I wasn't broke because I had nothing. I kept myself near the edge because I couldn't stand watching a dollar sit still. Naming that did more for my finances than any budget ever did. The free first chapter of The Unrestricted Life is at the unrestrictedlife.com/chapter, along with the companion workbook. Subscribe if you want one of these every Monday. Each one pairs with a chapter, and we're walking all 5 pillars. Next Monday, why your paycheck has almost nothing to do with wealth and the framework that actually defines financial freedom. Identity first, behavior second. That's the order. I'll see you next week.